Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So I am back to doing the full readings for star signs. I don't know if they're going to go up as regularly as they used to. I'm just going to do them as and when I can. But yeah, I've been kind of guided to go back to those. So hopefully they're not going to be too long as well. You know what I'm like though. So some messages for Aries. So this may resonate if you're Aries sun, or if you just identify strongly with Aries placements, or if you're dealing with an Aries. So say you have like Aries Mars, that's to do with how you take action, or Aries Venus, that's to do with your romantic feelings. So definitely check out your different placements. There's a link down below in the description box. You can go and check that out if you don't already know your placements. So Aries, some of the signifiers I have for you are white swan, red car, specifically a tire on a red car, a chin, I don't know what that means, chin, so maybe somebody has a nice chin, neon lights or a neon sign, and I heard the word grandmother. So all these words could be signifiers for you. If not, don't worry, the reading may still resonate even if those words don't make sense right now. The song that randomised for your reading was Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake. I'm bringing sexy back. So Aries, maybe you're bringing sexy back. Maybe you've got your mojo on the go again. I don't know. Just take that as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. It may also be something to do with woodland, because the artists who made that song are Justin Timberlake and the producer Timbaland. So timber twice. So timber, I don't know, that could be something for somebody. Maybe somebody's called Tim. Maybe somebody is doing something with wood or trees or woodland at the moment. It seems to be something about the word timber there. Okay, so let's go. Aries, what's going on for you? I thought about doing love readings, but I was kind of guided to just do general readings. So if love wants to come through, it will do, but it could be anything, right? So very open reading. I think because I've not done the readings for so long, it's like I'm just going to allow the messages that want to come through to come through. You may have a lot of different possibilities at the moment with that adjacent possibilities card there. So what's going on for Aries, please? Patience, young Padawan. Financial constraints. You may be feeling like you're waiting for something, waiting for some kind of opportunity. You may be waiting for some money. You have to be patient at this time. Now, Aries, I'm a Libra, so I'm at the opposite end of the zodiac to you. We're kind of like polar opposites. And I've been having to be very, very patient for basically since COVID started. So if I'm frustrated, Aries, I can't imagine what you must be feeling. Aries doesn't like to be patient. Aries likes to get moving. Aries likes to get things done. Aries likes to be like, right, now. So I think if you are waiting for something, that could be very frustrating for you. And I think a good strategy for you could be to do something else. It's like a watched pot never boils. So it's like if you're watching it, you're just going to frustrate yourself. So it's like, do something else, do something to distract you, throw your energy at something else for the time being, because I think that's just going to be really frustrating for you, that patience energy. But it is telling you to be patient, and it could be that you have to be patient with people around you. So again, I feel like for you, if something's frustrating you, if somebody's frustrating you and you need to be patient, it's best just to take yourself out of that situation, just go to another situation, because Aries, again, depending on your whole chart, Aries can be impatient and have quite a short fuse. So I think it's just better for you, better for everyone, better for the situation if you just go and do something else for the time being and, you know, get yourself out of there, rather than sitting there kind of stewing, thinking, oh my God, I'm going to explode if I have to sit here any longer. So that could be relevant to you. The number 16 could be particularly relevant to you. Maybe somebody's born on the 16th. I don't know. 1 and 6 makes a 7. So there is something that you're being kind of divinely guided to here. 7s to me are like life path numbers. So definitely there's a little bit of divine intervention at play. You can see here as well, this girl has angel wings. It does look like a very frozen scene here as well. I'm just really noticing the white and gold. It's making me think of the dress. I don't know if you remember the dress. Is it white or gold, or is it blue and black? So there could be something where there's a misunderstanding or a different perspective on something, and it's like neither of those people are wrong. It just depends on what they've been looking at beforehand, right? So with the dress, if you stared at a certain colour, I don't know, if you don't know what the dress is, you can Google Google it, or just leave this, you know, ignore this part of the reading. But the thing with the dress was, if you stared at a certain colour beforehand and then looked at it, it would look a different colour. So it's like, what have you been looking at beforehand that's colouring your perspective on things? Okay, so bob that up there. What energy is, identify Aries for me. What is Aries' energy at the moment? Whoa, did you see how that came out? This deck has been very eager to talk, so I'm curious to see what that is for you. There's a deer on the underlying. Unicorn. Oh, gorgeous energy. The unicorn for me is like, believe in your dreams, believe in the impossible, right? Okay, so unicorns don't exist, but this is saying, I remember once in a reading talking about the unicorn, and people were like, they just didn't understand the metaphor. There must have been something, again, with their perspective where they couldn't understand the metaphor that I was using. And they were saying, unicorns don't exist, stupid, like stupid tarot card reader. And I was like, you're not understanding what I'm actually saying here. So the unicorn is like, it's too good to be true. You have to see it to believe it. So it doesn't have to be a literal unicorn, just to clarify. It represents something in your life that you think, this is impossible, this will never happen, this is too good to be true. But the thing with the unicorn card is, it says believe in your dreams, believe in the impossible. Maybe it is true, maybe you just need a different perspective. So there is some kind of dream or fantasy that I feel like you have here. Okay, interesting. So I want to ask, I don't know why you did that so high pitched. I want to ask, who is Aries? Who is Aries? Okay, you've got a few cards there. Yeah, you definitely, like the unicorn and the star, you have some kind of fantasy, some kind of hope, some kind of dream, some kind of wish. Feels a little bit out of reach at the moment, but you've got this patience card here, like patience, young Padawan. It will happen. It just takes time. This Knight of Swords, very much your energy, very much an action-based energy. The Knights of Swords, they like to get moving. They like to do things swiftly. They like to do things cleanly. They like to just get the job done, right? They race in, they race out. It's like, I've got a mission here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to communicate. Could be something that you're wishing to communicate here with the sword being raised. I want to communicate. I'm going to take action. I'm going to do this. I'm going to race forward. I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to say my piece. I'm going to deliver this information, probably based on something that you want to do. I'm just noticing here as well, something to do with, because you've got two horses here, horses could be significant for you. This gives me Sagittarian energy, a similar energy to your own. It's like wanting to race in and get something done. Very, a lot of energy thrown at something. But the sword being raised as well, and this unicorn here, it's like the horn of the unicorn is kind of representing this sword of truth for me as well. So I do feel like there's something you want to say, something you want to communicate, some kind of action you want to take in regards to some kind of dream, wish, or fantasy or hope. Feels a little bit too good to be true. But you're being told here, rein it back in, hold your horses, right? Slow down a little bit. The Seven of Pentacles is like, you understand that good things are worth waiting for, right? It's like, I'm getting that Guinness reading again. I did a reading once where it was the Guinness advert, TikTok. Maybe you do something with TikTok. A very famous Guinness advert, brilliant. It was like these men who want to go surfing, and they were kind of, the waves were represented by these horses. It was a very dramatic advert if you want to go and watch that. But it's like, good things come to those who wait. So it was kind of like the advertising campaign for Guinness, because Guinness is, I used to work in a pub, so I know Guinness is a slow pour, right? The slower you do it, the better the Guinness is at the end. And then you have to wait and watch the kind of clouds clear. Could be something about clouds clearing, perhaps cloud of judgment. Yeah, you sit and you watch the clouds clear, and then it's like, then it's the right time to drink it, right? Then it's gonna taste the best. So a little bit of an advertising campaign for Guinness here, you know, drink responsibly. I'm not associated with Guinness in any sort of way. It just comes through sometimes with the horses. So good things come to those who wait. The Seven of Pentacles shows that when you plant seeds, you have to wait, right? There's I'm hearing maturity. It takes time for something to mature, right? So there's a right time to harvest the crop. If you harvest the crop too soon, they're showing me tomatoes. You know, when tomatoes are like hard and kind of yellow or green, it's like they're not nice to eat. But if you leave them too long, they kind of rot and they drop off, right? So there's a right time to pick those tomatoes. Tomatoes could be significant. Okay, Aries. So we know who you are in this reading. If this is resonating for you, then this could very well be your reading. If it's not resonating for you, don't force it to fit. It might just not be your reading on this occasion. If you do want to go and check out your other placements, if perhaps you do have a love message, go and check out, you know, you're interested in relationships, love, romance, go and check out your Venus placement. If you're interested in taking action on something, maybe also check out your Mars placement, communication, Mercury, fears, I'd say Moon. Yeah, go and check out your different placements depending on what reading you're looking for today, if this isn't resonating, or if it is and you just want to look at different things. So let's see, let's find out some more information then. What's going on for Aries? I'm going to pull all your cards and then we're going to discuss. So what's going on for Aries, please? 9 cards spread for Aries. A to B, Queen of Swords. It's funny, my off-camera practice reading ended with the Queen of Swords. Different deck though. Temperance, Queen of Cups, 2 queens here, and Balance. That's interesting. Temperance is very similar to this patience energy, Sagittarian energy again. We've got Libra. I mean, this is all your energy again, so check out your different placements. These are you. Queen of Swords, Temperance, and Queen of Cups. So Libra, Sagittarius, Cancer for me as a reader. The Tower, Scorpio energy. Don't get scared when you see the tarot. Don't get scared when you see the Tower. The Tower is an excellent card, actually. It's one of the most helpful cards in the whole of the tarot, because it gets you out of situations that you're stagnating in or that aren't right for you. It can be a bit of a panic when the Tower comes in, but it's like, breathe through it. You know, be patient, be temperate. The Tower's here to serve you. It's here to get you into a better position. It's just, it can be scary when the Tower happens, especially because it's unexpected. So there's the Knight of Swords, again, right in the center of the spread. This is your energy, right in the middle there. The center card is kind of like a key card in the tarot. So yeah, you are right there in the middle. So you might be in the middle of it all, right? Maybe there's something happening. You're kind of in the middle of it all. I feel like there was another card that flipped there, but possibly not. I'm not seeing it. Let's keep going. 3 more cards, please, for Aries. In order, please. Oh, that's reversed. 5 of Cups reversed. You're getting over something. Yeah, glass half full for Aries. Devil card here. Good thing there's a Tower if there's a Devil. Better the Devil You Know came through in a sort of off camera this week. Kylie Minogue, Better the Devil You Know. King of Swords there as well on the bottom. So you're very strategic. There's a lot of sword energy here. Very strategic. I feel like there's something you see something very, very clearly about your own personal hopes, dreams and wishes. And this could be causing a little bit of a fallout around you. I kind of feel like, excuse me, my tummy's rumbling. I feel like that Tower card could be, you could have caused a Tower moment. You could have been the person who delivered information, delivered some news. Could have been quite shocking for people because the Knight of Swords is facing that Tower. So it's like, I feel like, because we know that the Knight of Swords is your action, it's your energy, there's something you've done here that's caused a Tower moment in the past. I want to find out who's around you, please. So, excuse me, spitting on the cards, that's lovely, isn't it? Who's around Aries? So you've got a High Priest card, a 2 of Swords card. Anything else, please, for what's around Aries? 9 of Swords. Somebody around you is very, very stressed and very anxious. They may have very bad mental health at this time. So just be aware of that. Emperor on the bottom there. So outside of you, there's some kind of authority. It feels like the High Priest and the Emperor together. This feels very patriarchal. Feels very much like traditional structures, boundaries, the rule book, structures in terms of like probably not law but tradition. Could be a father figure involved or a grandfather figure involved. It's interesting that we got the word grandmother and now we've got this kind of like fatherly, grandfatherly, patriarchal energy coming in. So it does tend to be, you're dealing with somebody who does things by the book. They do things in a traditional way. They may have very traditional values, very fixed values. Double Taurus here. The Emperor can be Aries energy, but we're doing your reading and we know what your energy is. This is somebody else that you're dealing with. So you could be kind of butting heads with somebody at this time. They are not in the reverse, so they are not bad people, I want to say, but they could definitely be because this is very, very by the book. It's very rigid, it's very stuck, it's quite stifling energy. You may feel like you want a bit more freedom within this energy. So to you, you could be finding it quite oppressive. But it could also be very beneficial to you. It could be helpful. You do like to rise to the top. You are the Emperor in the Tarot. So it could be with the High Priest as well. High Priest being a card about higher learning. There could be people around you who you can learn from. It's like, okay, maybe they're a little bit stuffy, maybe they're a little bit old-fashioned, but they have a lot of wisdom, they have a lot of advice to give to you. So if this is something to do with career, which I'm not seeing a strong indicator what this is either way for you. It's so funny that you... Sorry, I mentioned before that Aries is the polar opposite of me. My reading ended with the Queen of Swords, and my Who Am I was the Hermit card, which is like deep soul searching. It's so funny that you literally the flip side of my reading. So sorry, going back to this. So you could be out of contact with somebody. This could indicate like a university, a church, a job situation, fathers, something traditional, something structured. You could be blocked by this person. You could find yourself at a bit of a crossroads here with this situation, especially with the crossed swords and the crossed keys here. It's like it does have this kind of like either blocking or crossroad energy. Somebody may find it, again, it's like somebody's thoughts here with this Nine of Swords. Somebody outside of you, their thoughts are something about the way this person thinks is very stressful or is causing them to feel a lot of stress in this situation. They're not trusting their instincts, they're not trusting their emotions, and they need to do that in this situation. But going back, it could be that you could learn something from this person. It could be that this is some kind of like spiritual leader, especially with you ending with the Hermit card here. The Hermit is going within and doing some deep soul searching. So it could be that you're seeking some kind of guidance here from somebody or something, or some kind of structure. There are lessons to be learned here from this person. They're very wise. The High Priest and the Emperor, they've had a lot of life experience to get to that position. So they do have good advice to give you, even if perhaps you don't hold the same values, something to learn from them to help you get into a similar position yourself if that's what you want. And it could be a similar position in a different situation. It doesn't have to be that you're following in their footsteps, but you could take their information, their knowledge, and apply it to a different situation. Okay, so the major arcana for you, let's go back to your energy here. This temperance energy, this patience energy, this balancing out your passions and your emotions. It's like you don't want to be too passionate, you don't want to go in all fire, and you don't want to go in too emotional either. You want to find that happy balance. I've been watching The Witcher for the first time. I couldn't watch it when it originally came out because I just couldn't get over the fact that it was Superman. It's like I couldn't see Henry Cavill in any other role at that time, because I think I'd watched a lot of those movies at the time, and just for me, he was so Superman. I just couldn't get my head around it. So now that a bit of time has passed, again, this thing about the right time, I've kind of gone back to it, and I'm really enjoying it. Actually, I've just finished season 1, but they've got this whole thing about because this is chaos. The Tower is chaos energy. So maybe some of you watch The Witcher, maybe this is why I'm talking about it in your reading. Yeah, the Tower is chaos. And the mage in it is, I'm not going to do too many spoilers, don't worry, but the mage is told, control your chaos, like reign in the chaos. How do you bottle the chaos? So this is like, you shouldn't be overruled by your passions. You don't want to get so passionate that you kind of lose all logic, but you don't want to get too emotional as well and feel like you're getting out of control emotionally. So you have to get the balance right. So take it easy, like a slow pace. You are getting over something here with this Five of Cups in the reverse. This in the upright, it's spilt milk. Like you're so busy crying over what you've lost, some kind of emotional disappointment, that you're not actually seeing the opportunities that are coming in behind you. There's a good relationship that's a healthy relationship coming in, and you know, you're crying about that thing that wasn't right for you in the first place. So I feel like this Five of Cups energy is related somehow to this Tower moment. The Tower moment can be an epiphany, a shock. It can be just a feeling of being out of control, feeling like your life is suddenly in chaos. So sometimes this is because of some kind of news or information that's delivered. So yeah, it could be with the Queen of Swords as well. I really feel like it's your energy. I really feel like because the Queen of Swords draws clear boundaries, she cuts things out, she speaks, she tells people, you know, this is right for me, this is what I think, this is my opinion, this is logical for me, this is what I need. The Queen of Swords can be a divorced woman as well, so the Tower could have been some kind of breakup for you, or again, loss of a job. There could be some kind of contracts involved or legalities involved with the Queen of Swords there, but she's sat with this Tower and this Five of Cups in reverse. Whatever it was, I feel like it was no loss for you. It's like either you got over it very quickly, or you recognize the fact that you were better off out of this situation. You recognize that that Tower moment was a healthy Tower, because the situation you were in wasn't right for you. So again, this energy of you coming back to the Tower. You're more independent now. You're in this Nine of Pentacles energy, which I really, really like. It's a very, very healthy card. It tells me that if you're not doing it now, you're coming into it. This is like the future position. So a lot of self-care, a lot of nurturing, a lot of going inwards. Yeah, Queen of Cups energy. It feels like Queen of Cups is very nurturing. She cares for others. She provides emotional support. This can also indicate counselling. So again, this is all your energy. So perhaps you're counselling others. You've been a support network for others. But with the Nine of Pentacles and the Hermit, which are very, very singular energy, I want to say that you are doing self-care and self-nurturing, and you're pouring that big heart that you have, that big brave heart of a king that you have, Aries. You kind of like pouring it back into yourself. So yeah, Garden in the Gate and the Hermit, it's like, I'm going to just stay where I am for a while. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to kind of dig my heels in. I'm going to take care of me. I'm going to take care of my needs first. And that kind of energy of recognizing that you need to put your own gas mask on before you can kind of go and help anyone else. Or oxygen mask. I don't know. It depends on the mask. It depends on the situation. But you need to like look after yourself to make sure that you've got the energy and the, you know, the compassion to have your heart open to help other people. You know, you can't do that if you need nurturing. So yeah, deep soul searching, learning lessons, really good energy. The Devil here. Why is the Devil here? The Devil card here could indicate you could have a Capricorn placement. It just could be simply you've got a Capricorn placement. But the Devil into the Hermit, I feel like you've turned your back on something that was kind of toxic. Now this could be an addiction of some kind. It could be an obsession. It could just be your own self-sabotaging beliefs. It's interesting that the Devil should come after the Queen of Swords and the Tower moment and the Five of Cups. I want to say that you could have been somewhat selfish for a while if you've experienced some kind of trauma, or a separation, or something destabilizing in the past. It really does feel like you're saying, it really does feel, with all the cards on the table, it does feel like you're saying, look, I'm out of that situation that wasn't right for me. I recognize that it was toxic. I'm going to be a little bit selfish for a while and go after what I need, what I want, right? My own, right, people may say it's selfish of me, but I am communicating. There's a lot of communication here for you, Aries. I'm communicating what I need. I'm communicating that I need time. I'm communicating that I need people to be patient with me while I go away and be a little bit selfish and spend some time alone and spend some time doing some deep soul searching, probably figuring out what you want. What are your dreams? What are your ambitions? Where, you know, where do you want to go? But I think this is causing some stress or anxiety for somebody around you. Could be a father figure. So it could be that you've kind of drawn some boundaries or cut some ties, or spoken some kind of truth to somebody who's a father figure or a boss or somebody in a kind of power position here. And you've said to them, I need time, I need space. I'm going to go off and figure a few things out. Maybe you have had some kind of addiction that you've been battling. You've said, look, I need 3 months off work while I go in rest and take care of myself, while I go to some kind of retreat. You know, it could be that you're dealing with somebody who, even though they're not a bad person, perhaps they perhaps their energy isn't what's best for you, and perhaps you do need to put yourself first at this time. So it could be that you've cut ties with somebody, or put somebody at a distance from yourself, maybe drawn some boundaries and said, look, these are the times that you can contact me, these are the methods you can use to contact me. You know, I don't expect you to ring me after 5 p.m. That's my time. You know, if you want to get hold of me, don't just turn up at my house. You need to ring me first. If you turn up at my house unexpectedly, I'm not opening the door, because that's, you know, that's rude. I could be busy. I could be busy doing something, you know. So, you know, drawing those boundaries and setting those rules. It could be that somebody's done this to you. I feel like it's mutually beneficial, to be honest. But yeah, if you have put someone at a distance, I think they're worried about you, especially if they are some kind of father figure. You know, they are worried about you. So make sure that, you know, you just let them know that you're okay. I want to say as well, if there has been some kind of addiction, and you've pushed this person away, on your side, you know, of course, this person's worried about you, if they are some kind of father figure. Okay, I hope that was somewhat helpful for you. Let's get a couple of clarifiers on that devil just to help you out, in case you're wondering what that is. Give me another clarifier, please, on that devil card. Give me a couple of words on the devil. Yeah, we want to look at that devil clearly. We want to call out the devil when we see them in a reading. We want to say, why is that devil here? I want to say you've got the sword of truth. So I want to say you are seeing it clearly. During meditation yesterday, at one point in the meditation, I had these two presences around me. So the one in front of me, I identify as Archangel Michael. Whether it is or it isn't, that's the name, I give that energy. And behind me was this kind of plutonic energy. So you could call it the devil. For me, that's not quite the association I have with it. It's more classical. If you want to look at the difference between like the you know, the Bible devil and the you know, Pluto, Hades, Dispater from classical culture. So it's a different angle that I have on it. But I was in between these two energies, and Archangel Michael gave me a sword of truth. I know it sounds really silly. It's just, it's kind of like a dream space, right? It's meditation. It's my brain goes off onto these adventures. So I was given this, like almost like a broadsword, a very, very silver sword, and I could hold it up in front of me, and I could see this devil energy or Dispater or Pluto energy behind me. So it was almost like Medusa. You know, you can't look at Medusa directly, but you know, Perseus had to use the shield to be able to see her. So something like this is like the devil in the reflection, but it was the sword of truth, right? It was like, there's no illusion here. You can see this clearly. Like, the devil confuses, the devil causes illusion, the devil causes fear, the devil causes confusion, so yeah, when you see it clearly, and I want to say you do, because you've got, you know, the Knight of Swords is your energy. You've got that twice there. You've got this Queen of Swords energy. You've got this deep soul-searching energy. You've got the guidance of, this could be God, right? This could be God outside of you, if you believe in God or the universe, higher powers. Maybe you've got a father figure on the other side. You are being supported to see what this is and see it clearly. So you've got... you beat the devil. I want to say you are beating the devil, right? My philosophy personally is that, you know, if you talk about the devil and the angel on your shoulder, you have to incorporate both. This is how you get to the golden shadow. If you want to go and Google golden shadow, I talk about it all the time. Beating the devil is, for me, suppressing part of yourself. To me, beating the devil means incorporation of the devil energy. How do I work with this? How do I acknowledge that, you know, this is a part of my character, this is a part of who I am as a human being on earth, that's neither light or dark, but, you know, both. How do I incorporate this? How do I use this so that it doesn't damage me, that it doesn't damage other people around me? How do I incorporate it so that I use this energy, this part of my character, to empower me and to empower others? So do go and Google golden shadow if you want to go and do that. But I want to say that there is something that had a hold on you that you've broken free from. The devil chains, right? So you beat the devil, and it's led you into this beautiful soul-searching energy. I want to say that you do see it clearly. I was noticing this and I didn't say it, but you see how this devil card is like very, very golden, right? It's like this golden, fiery, orange energy. And I was kind of noticing it already on this sword here. It's like, again, with that, because of the visual that I had, it's like seeing it. It's like you see it in this sword of truth. You have that clarity. And you see how he's all armored up as well. It's like going into battle. And then it's like, almost like, I don't know, something to do with, like, again, here, like you see this glow here. Definitely feels like the sword of truth. And it's like, that's what I mean. It's like calling it by its name, calling it out, naming it for what it is, takes the power away from it. And here, so it's like now you've beat the devil. It's like almost like Tinkerbell in there, right? It's like you've got it trapped. So now you can scrutinize it. Now you can really look at it closely. It's sort of like if you had a snake in the room, right? If you had a cobra in the room, it'd be really, really scary. You'd be like, you know, trying to get away from it. You know, it's dangerous. But when you've got it enclosed, when you've got it in a tank, you know, behind glass at the zoo, you can get really close knowing that you're safe, and you can have a really good look at it. You can figure it out. So it's that kind of energy. It's like, you know, when it's like this, when it's overpowering, it controls you. But when you, it's like when you understand it, whatever scares you, it's always like fears or whatever this is for you. When you understand it, when you name it, when you have that clarity, when you're honest, a lot of communication and honesty here for you. You know, whether that's going to your dad and saying, look, I've got this addiction, you know, I feel like I'm addicted to this substance, you know, I feel like I'm addicted to this behavior, whether it's going to a boss, some kind of support structure, maybe like a government helpline or something like that, you know, name it, and then you can do it. You can do that deep soul searching and really, really look at it closely. Huge amount of introspection there. This is a very positive reading. So beating the devil. Anything else on that devil? And no, hermit. They're telling me hermit. What on the hermit, please? Tell me about the hermit then. So this is your energy. And you've got this beautiful balance as well. So no matter if you're she, he, they, doesn't really matter. I will tell you if it's a specific gender. But normally in tarot, we're all a mix of everything. So all these energies are all different parts of ourselves. So don't worry if you identify as he and you've got these two queens there, that's still your energy. Or if you identify as she and you've got this hermit card here, this is all your energy, right? Cliff, the hermit card, cliff. He does look like he's on a cliff. They're giving me a song, it's Taylor Swift. Standing on the cliffside singing, give me a reason, your faithless love's the only hoax I believe in. Est, what's that? That's Latin, but est. Is it is? Est. Feels like you say it in like a Latin sentence. Does feel like there's a bit of a religious tone to this. You know, a higher power, your faithless love's the only hoax you believe in, because it is called Hoax, that song, Taylor Swift. Dancing. Okay, be careful. Don't dance on a cliff edge. That seems dangerous. Give me something on that High Priest. Self-care. Remember self-care. Pursue, and I've put it on his hand and he's pointing upwards. Can you see that on camera? Yeah. So pursue something higher, pursue a higher path, pursue, he's pointing up to the sky, and you've got this thing about dreams here and stars and wishes. Pursue your wishes, pursue your dreams. All right, Aries, let's get you a clarifier then, please. Clarifier for Aries, not clarifier, advice. Let's get you some advice, Aries. Can you bring your sexy back? I don't see how that applies to this reading, but sure. Be playful. I'm only taking the one card. Be playful, but you've also got Groundhog Spirit. Oh, that's appropriate, isn't it? If you know what happened in the news this week. Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. So, all right, now I'm going to take it. Give with gratitude and grace, Turkey Spirit. So, Groundhog Day, Pugs the Tony Phil. have you been going around in circles with something? Have you felt like your cycle is repeating over and over again in your life? It could be that you keep meeting the same type of people, you keep getting in the same type of situations. There's something that you need to let go of from the past. It could be, again, that you've got a father figure on the other side. I don't like, what do you need to let go of in that situation? What memories do you want to keep? What memories need to be released? So groundhog spirit. So if you don't know it, they get this groundhog out of this like groundhog house, I don't know what you call it, and depending on the way this groundhog acts, depends on how long winter's gonna last. So how long is the groundhog shadow? That's how long winter's gonna last. Something like that. I don't quite know it fully. I only know it from watching Groundhog Day, right, which is a brilliant movie with Bill Murray, and probably one of my top 100. There's a lot of movies, top 100 movies. Like, I could watch that over and over again. The day before they were meant to pull this groundhog out and do this whole how long's winter gonna last, the day before he died, the groundhog died, right? And it's like, oh my god, what kind of sign is that? How long's this winter gonna last? Is it like, what does that mean? But it's a tradition, right? Getting this groundhog out is a tradition. And maybe the fact that the groundhog passed away says maybe it's time to let this tradition go. Maybe this tradition has served its purpose, and maybe it's time to make some new traditions. So there could be something for you with that. 31 could be a significant number. 51 could be a significant number. And we've got Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. So this is your advice. Sandpipers are like cute little clowns poking their beaks into the sand before darting off to chase the waves. The appearance of Sandpiper Spirit is a sign that now is the time to engage your playfulness. Whatever tasks you have before you, perform them with a lightness of being. Explore the familiar, discovering the new in the old. Discover the new in the old, right? So it does feel this, with this being a very traditional energy, and this soul searching, I really feel like you are innovating tradition. So it's not that you're breaking with tradition, although perhaps you felt an urge to break from tradition in the past, especially if it was confining. The thing with tradition is, and I learned this when I did uni, a lot of customs and a lot of traditions, they don't tend to last longer than 3 generations before they adapt, or before they modify or change, or a new tradition is brought in. So if you think about Santa Claus, right, with the traditional image of Santa Claus, that's actually quite recent. I think Coca-Cola invented the traditional red jacket Santa Claus. So, that's only a few generations back. So don't be scared of modifying tradition. If you want to take a tradition and say, do you know what, this is a family tradition. I've got kids here. I've got a family of my own. I'm living my own life, right? I'm going to take those traditions on board, but I'm going to, maybe there's a few things there that are a little bit old fashioned. Maybe maybe they're a little bit, they don't quite fit in with like politically correct society. Go ahead and adapt them and make them work for you. I would say that adapting tradition is traditional. I would argue that, the way humans evolve, adapting traditions to new environments is a traditional practice. It's probably the most traditional practice. So you definitely want to look at that in terms of innovation being a good thing. And if we never adapted, if we never changed, if we never modified, society wouldn't move forward, and we'd be stuck in very rigid systems from the past that maybe, we wouldn't move on as humanity, we wouldn't change, and that'd be stifling and boring. So there's definitely something with that in this reading. So if you're doing it, do it in a fun way, right? So it might be you're going, we've had Christmas now, but maybe you're going to some kind of like family event, and traditionally you've always done it a certain way, but you put a little bit of comedy value in there, right? It's like, obviously respectfully, you don't want to upset other people as well and their traditional beliefs, but is there a way that you could do it in a playful way? Explore the familiar, discovering the new in the old. Who knows what treasures await you when you let yourself laugh and have fun? Sandpiper Spirit's happy and curious nature can help you to feel rejuvenated as you remember your ability to run and fly and dance playfully. So it could be something to do with like maybe to give you my own personal example, I went and scattered my mum's ashes this weekend, which, you know, I could have done it in a very somber way. You know, but would my mum have wanted that? Would my mum wanted us all to be crying? We were very playful, we were laughing. Sometimes it felt a little bit, oh, should I be laughing? But I want to say yes, right? That my mum would have wanted us to be happy, to be laughing, to have the family together, sharing something that was like making something traditional and sad fun, especially because there's children there. So you like. Perhaps you're going to something where your family's going to be there, or it's something very traditional. Perhaps you don't necessarily quite agree with it fully. You know, maybe if you're taking a friend along, you could, like, you know, sort of surreptitiously, you know, giggle about things. You know, maybe you could poke a little bit of fun, you know, without offending anyone. There's a lot of different ways that you could bring that playful energy into a situation that feels very traditional. But it's like, explore it as well, like go along with it, let yourself experience that, and take what you need from it and discard the rest. Aries, I hope that was helpful for you. A little bit of a longer reading than I was anticipating, but a good one nonetheless. Do take care of yourselves, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.